Good morning, everyone. This is Curtis here. We're going to go ahead and day number 2, we're going to burn some burn piles. So before I purchased the property here in White Salmon, the prior owners, they cleared 12 acres, 13 acres of land, but they did not remove the burn piles. And so they collected the profits of the wood, but they didn't, dispose of the burn piles and also reforest that 12 acres. So that's what's left on me to do. So it's been a process now for a few years. So every spring when I have downtime for my other projects, millions of projects, especially in the springtime, because this is like great burning season, not summer, but springtime, and the ground is still moist. So don't catch the forest on fire. This is when I do my burning. So we're going to do a lot of burn piles today and tomorrow. So here we go. We're going to use the tractor. The tractor has been working flawlessly with lots of TLC and following your owner's manual. You shouldn't have a problem with any machinery built in today's modern times. I mean, except the small stuff that does break. But pretty much, I think manufacturers have, for the most part, has gotten it pretty solid on these tractors. Except some minor differences that each brand has. But overall, this LS tractor by LS Mtron has been absolutely fantastic. The LS M45, not M45, the LS XR 4145. That's what I have with the cab. Brilliant machine. Love it. Okay, so we're going to go. I'm going to take Sky and Luca. We're going to get the morning started. We're going to go that way into the forest and burn the burn piles. So here we go. Holler. All right. All right, gang. So I dropped my lens cap. So all right, gang. So here we go. So this is where I'm going to be staged. The tractor has all the necessary tools I need, like a shovel, a rake, things of that sort, just in case if I run into problems. I shouldn't run into problems at all. But we're going to stage everything in the back area all the way down. This little valley here goes down at about a good probably 38 degrees slope. And that's where the first burn pile is. And I'll go ahead and stage everything up there and start, preparing the site to be burnt. And I'll take you along with us, okay? So here we go. We're going to begin the first pile. All right. Yeah. Okay, everyone. So just for proximity, this is where I parked her. And if you follow me along, this is the path leading us to the first burn pile. So, without the dogs hitting the camera and knocking things all out of sort, here we go. So this is the path I would take. Now I'm not going to bring the tractor along with us for this ride. It's just too thick. Open area out here is wonderful. This is the open area. It's fantastic. Yeah, she can get through here beautifully. But there's a fence there. There's a fence there that's blocking the tractor from coming in. So alright. So, I'm probably going to stage the first camera, the first section right here. From this direction. It's coming in from the east. I'm going to go on the other side, and that's where I'm going to pour my fuel. I don't want the wind to interfere with my fuel burning. I want that to burn nice and steady. What the wind's going to do on the opposite side is push that fuel and create more fire, oxygen within the tunnel, which is the logs, the timber, the brush that we're burning, and it'll cause the fuel on the opposite side to get larger and larger, and then because it wants oxygen. If you did it on the opposite side, if you put fuel here with the wind, you always run into problems with the wind pushing out the fuel, pushing out the fire as before it even sets. You want the wood to burn. You don't want the fuel to burn. You want the wood to burn. And once the wood's burning, then you have steady fuel. That's the key. So here we go. Nice and easy. I'm looking around because this is where I saw a lot of beer activity. Remember, I'm surrounded by BML land, half of my property. So it's absolutely fantastic. But when this fire gets going, it'll scare everything away. So anyway, here we go. Okay, she's off to a good start. I've only used about 2 cups of diesel. The wood's pretty dry at the surface. She'll catch, so here we go. So now we're at the second half of where I'm going to be shooting. This time it's up close and personal for everyone. I'm going to take probably mostly that entire gallon, 5 gallons, and pour it basically in the dead center of this pile and just burn it. And you're going to be a lot closer than you were for the other one down there. I don't know if you can see the other one. Let me pan the camera down that way. You see that burn pile down there? Right down there? If you can see it. But it's going. So that's the one that we were at. God, my hand. I don't know if my hand's... Anyway, I can't see it. But anyway, this is going to be the second half. And so are you ready? I am. I got a lot of piles to burn. I want these things gone. I want to plant a whole mixture of trees, evergreens. So here we go. All right, guys, come on. Animals make this home, this area their home. I would too. All right. Alright, so now to light them. Now, before I light this, I'll say something really quickly about safety gear. After I burn the piles, when the fires get going, this portion of it is not dramatic at all, even though it may seem like, wow, you're lighting this huge thing in the middle of a forest. You build yourself a perimeter, which I have, or you have your trees so far apart from living trees. And you do it at a certain time of year. These are precautions. Lighting it and putting diesel fuel on the fire, it's not too dramatic. Safety gear, it comes in after when all the embers are burning and you're working near the fire. That's where you need your safety gear. You know, you need your chainsaws. You need, again, you really don't need the chainsaws in this environment because they're so far away, unless it's a 911 emergency. But there's only so much one person can do, or a family can do. If there's ever a forest fire, you got to call the National Park Services at that point. But it's not necessarily a big issue. But as you will see later on, as I'm playing around with the fire, I would have my helmet on, my goggles, my shield, my face shield around me, a coat, nothing heavy, just a flannel shirt. So if any embers goes flying, it hits that first and not my skin. That's the safety gear you would do out here in this environment. So anyway, so here we go. Okay, it's getting pretty hot, so we're gonna back the camera up a little bit and reposition her so you can see him. All right.